Well, I've just come out of the Make It Count event where the two leaders of our country, Kevin Rudd and Tony Abbott, have spoken to the Christian community of Australia and presented what their particular parties are thinking about as they come into the next election. Mr. Rudd spoke about the role of the church in shaping this country and of the proud place that the church holds in doing much of that work in terms of health, schools, that opening up orphanages, care for the poor. And he admitted that we've made mistakes, as well as the governments have made mistakes in some of those policies that have been implemented. The other thing that he did say was that we are not hostile to other religions coming to our country. And as Christians, we too need to be aware of the fact that there are people in our country who come from other religious beliefs, and that they have a place in this country, and that they need to be able to express their religion freely as they live in this country. Tony Abbott spoke about employment, schools, school chaplaincy, baby bonus, pregnancy support. He spoke about the values that need to stay as part of the government, the climate control, parental leave, and looking at the issue of a small government and driving down taxes and government debt. As I reflect on what was said, I think that my view has not been changed on the particular person that I would vote for. However, the things that are important for us, I think, is that this was just one part of this whole process of us as Christian people engaging with our politicians and working out what it is that we need to do in taking our country forward. Our next opportunity will be, as the election draws closer, to have a questionnaire that will come out from each of the political parties, and we'll be able to ask those parties what it is that they are particularly thinking about as they go into this election. It will be an opportunity for us to debate and dialogue about the nature and the concern of government in this country. As I've looked at the two leaders and the way in which they've presented, the thing that impressed me most, I think, was the way in which Tony Abbott actually spoke about the fact that he is a Christian like us. His values come from the scriptures. He talked about the fact that the two commandments, to love God and to love your neighbour, were the things that really drive at the heart of Christian people and the work in which we're involved in. As he talked about the two commands, to love God and to love your neighbour, he said it took people of faith to accept the first and to popularise the second. And he saw himself as a Christian in politics, not a Christian politician. And I think that explains some of the things that he's been saying about he doesn't always tell the truth. We are all Christians, and we all struggle with a whole range of issues in trying to be real and people of integrity. And I think what Tony was saying was, I struggle with many of those issues, and I seek to try and live by the Bible as I am a leader in this country. And that I'm a Christian first, and that politics comes second. And for me, I think that was the defining moment between the two speakers. Coming out of the debate, I've formed an opinion as to whom I think was the stronger of the two presenters tonight. However, there will be others who have come out and they will hold that the other leader was stronger. But as a Christian, the issue is not who was stronger, but how do we now engage with this, with the issues that these leaders have presented us, take that forward for the good of our country and make our voice heard and our vote count in the next election.